Greetings, 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 everybody. Mulishani, Mulishani. Let's share, guys. Lekeni ama namba ya fule kotwala yamba. I want to bafule. We get started in a little bit.
What you doing? Independent exist. He didn't even come first.
Bam.
This guy is the mathematician. So I issued an instruction with Mona. He got a distinction in mathematics. So I'm coming back. So I asked Madam Chira. I didn't want to interfere. You see, me, I can't interfere directly with the recruitment. From the we have Chira. That's no. No. The one who came second star, first star is this one. So I called after Madam Chira. I said, okay. I called Mona. That Mona. And I'm the one, this guy, I don't know him, but he brought his certificates early this year to me. And then me and Mona, before Chilara started, me and Mona looked at his CV. It was brilliant. And Mona travels to recruit you for Vaganche. Make sure. So the Amit have reminded him, that's the guy I forgot it. So he went there and sorted it out.
Then I will become a max. Also, I know we can use Yama Pat. I know we can use Yama Pat to the Goma. Good record.
Planning and monitoring officer. Yeah. Well, we will do don't go everywhere. Imagine. No, they come out there and they said, Mona. With this one, we're not leaving. We're going to move it. So they demoted the one who was number 1 to number 2. Oga wanso dimuga into it. Then the amount of the realist Jagarati.
Oh, it's a repetition.
But would you part, no, then you part. I said to Madam, look at that list. What's wrong with it? But it's okay, sir. So, are you okay with that list, Madam? But these are the ones that were shortlisted. Now, Madam, look at the names. Zambia doesn't come from the east and the west and the north alone. That's when she looked again. And I didn't realize that. So she took the lead. I said, no. I said, you know what, Madam, Zambia is more diverse than that, and I'm not signing off something like that from Tolo. So she took the file away last week. Ramba will have a look again.
And
I know that is what
it's for drainage. That's how we
Oh, is that so? Okay, but that's why he's there, to make sure that everything is sorted out. Because they'll consolidate, yes. No, that's one I'll make sure that we will agree. All we need, what's her name? You know that the 2 officers now that are there, what's the battle? The HR officers. Jijila Rabanda. Pamuga into one.
But that one will be more.
Will be key, yeah. No, I'll make sure. I will reject until they get the right person.
Yes.
So we have to lock it. I would say you are with the party, we need somebody.
That's a very important department. Maybe one man I could only
the one who was orchestrating Blimaliste and Jagarete Mamunze Guni or there's no one. In fact, I was even told that even Messi Moya was better than Flavia. Flavia is terrible. But she was the worst by Uni. Yeah, together with the Kingdom Moya, Ezekiel. Yeah, those were the worst. No, because he was the only one who was there from the original team. He's the one who understands, who knows what they did. Yeah?
Where was Mona?
Mona wasn't involved with the ERP. And in terms of the modules.
People underrate Mona. They don't know how that works.
No, I know Mona. But I was told that is the only one who was there of the team.
That's not true.
Very, very disappointing. You know? But I think also she's not very mature.
Okay, greetings. I think we have heard enough. That is the man who was talking. That is the man Amwewantu. That is the man in the question. That is the man of in the controversial tape. This is the man. That's his voice. So we are here, guys. That is the man. That is the man. Join in. Yeah. Welcome. Happy Thursday, 18th September. A lot is going on. Parliamentary, a lot of drama in the parliament. We have a lot of drama in the parliament. We have the RATSA leaked audio. So we have a lot, guys. So Natkwatama topic iseni. We are live on both Facebook and TikTok. Welcome. Thank you for following Queen Pumi. I am a political commentator. I am a human rights activist. I am a founder and a leader of New Era Democratic Party. So welcome. We give checks and balances here. Please share. We don't tolerate profanity, but we are here to ensure that we give checks and balances to the government of the day. You are going to be blocked if you use profanity or disrespect of any sort. You will be blocked. But everyone is welcome. This is a people's forum. We give checks and balances, and we are a democratic page. Let us agree with respect. Let's agree to disagree with respect. Yes, that's how to say it. So welcome, guys. The big news in the town, in the country is, thank you, Uncle Zubi, I see you. Vagina, I see you. Thank you for my audience, those who are here, always here to support me. Thank you so much. We continue the fight. We will not be intimidated into silence. We'll be compliant. We'll be excuse me, we will be politically correct, and we keep on exercising our democratic and civic duty to give checks and balances. So welcome guys, welcome. Mulishani chiteni share bali fiantentambo. One of the agendas of the UPND is to dominate social media. So they are trying to get all the influencers, all the social media influencers on Facebook. They are trying to have them on their side. So that's why you see all the social media influencers, they are quiet. I think they have been approached. It's there in the leaked document. It's not a secret. It is there in the leaked document that UPND would try to have all the social media influencers on their side. So a lot of the influencers, but Cynthia Lawrence, good to see you, long time. So all the social media influencers, you see they are quiet, they are not standing with the people, and according to the document, I think they have been approached by UPND not to speak against them. So we are living with the being ruled by a government that is very insecure, and UPND is insecure because of their lack of performance. They have been the worst performing government so far, with historical load shedding, with historical poverty. People are literally starving, actually eating one meal a day to survive. Rationing food is the word. Muzambia nomba, families are rationing food because they don't have enough money, resources to sustain themselves until the next month end, or until God knows what will happen, they will eat the next meal. So, Zambians have been reduced to rationing food. Only because of this UPND government. Zambians have been forced to start rationing food because of poverty. We are the 60th poorest country in the world, despite being among the top 10 producers of copper, despite being among the 10 producers of emerald. So, chiteni share abali jaka pantambo. Ama topics the roto landa padi ba RATSA. The man at RATSA in that audio which I've been playing, you have all heard it. It's on social media. He's everywhere, and he has come out to defend himself. So I'm going to give my take on that. So moving from the RATSA, we are going to look at what is happening in Parliament. We are going to look at what is happening. Parliament has started with a bang, with the suspension of 2 MPs of the opposition for 30 days. I am just like, oh my God. Okay, so we are going to look at the suspension of those MPs and why they are suspended, and I'm going to give my take on that. So RATSA, suspension of MPs, and we are going to look at ECZ. ECZ is another topic we are looking at, and it is key we look at ECZ because the election in Malawi has taught us a lesson. We have seen the Malawi Electoral Commission, the woman there, Justice Annabelle. We have seen how Justice Annabelle managed to run an election freely, fairly, transparently. And the challenge now is, can Madam Mwangala Zalomis run a free and fair election like her counterparts in Malawi? This is the $1 million question. Yes, so we are going to look at the Malawi election. Malawi election. And also we are going to look, there is a couple of documents which have been circulating by Honorable John Sangwa. He's been very busy doing his civic duty as a lawyer, as a patriotic Zambian Actually, Mark, you're asking me if I'm married. Yes, I'm married. As a matter of fact, today is my wedding anniversary. That's why I'm wearing white, okay? So if you want to know my marital status, I am a married woman, and today is my wedding day anniversary. So there you go. That's one thing to know about me if you didn't know. I'm a married woman. I'm a family woman. I have 3 daughters and I have a grandson. All right. Thank you so much. Any questions about my personal life you want to know? Any questions you want to know about me? Today is my wedding anniversary, so I'm going to post some pictures later just to celebrate my day. It's a special day. And I wish that every woman can wear that special dress and have that special day. So today is a special day for me. That's why I'm in white. Yeah. But my husband is at work, so we'll celebrate our wedding anniversary at the weekend. And myself, I'm working here. Some of you tell me, content creation is a job. We get paid to do this, okay? So if you have a passion to talk, start a Facebook page, start a YouTube page, start a TikTok page, and you will be paid for creating content. So we are not here to waste time. Even if when I started actually content creation, my pages were not monetized. I was just doing it for the love of Zambia. But now my pages are growing. So please subscribe to my pages so that I can get more money from your subscription and also for the views. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. You are going to see my wedding pictures. I'm going to flash them later, but business first. To the punch, we are content creators, okay? So don't tell us we are wasting our time, because we are making money as we are doing this. Facebook pays us, YouTube pays, even TikTok pays you for creating content. If it is quality content, you will be paid. Okay, so coming to what I'm talking about. We are talking about the RATSA issue. We are talking about what's happening at ECZ. We are talking about Malawi, what happened, the election in Malawi. I see you, Sister Lily. Thank you. Great job there for offering checks and balances. We need to team up, guys. Just because Ethel Chisono was sentenced, it should not silence us, you know. And then on Ethel Chisono, I think, you know, the law, they have done due diligence to arrest her and sentence her. But I think the way that they arrested Ethel was very shady. They promised her a job, and then she came into the country, they arrested her. But Ethel, those insults, she did those insults long time ago. She was coming and going into Zambia without being arrested. But the minute they got a wind of it that she wanted to form a political party, they arrested her. So UPND, they are very insecure. Mwakulatina fiena balunshi. Na koloko mbwangai minina tinde foku minina. Mwayamwika tamugwiden. No opposition. If you're a big boy, you are popular. Let people stand against you. Free and fair election. You saw how many people were on the ballot. Kumalawi. So you want to control anyone who ripa ballot paria. Then ipshate mwikanjikata. Tapali sedition yapa. Tapali libel, tapali hate speech. Tulelanda fie. Let Zambians stand, be on the ballot. Don't kill the dream of Zambians. If they want to be politicians or presidents, don't kill their dream by HH. Okay? So Ethel Namumukaka, well and good. arrest Chibokolo, arrest Bruce Kanema, arrest Minister Siakalima, arrest Judith Kabemba, arrest who else? Uyu Minister Njavwa, arrest all the hooligans who are insulting the opposition. We want to have a equality in the law. We want to have equal application of the law. Taturefwaya munechita one-sided law. Yes, ali batukana ba HH, yes, well and good, bali mkaka. But inga balabale tukana ba lungu nishita mudebaka kira. Inga inabale isa mkuntu kana panu. People insult me here every day. Did I hear Bare Hamonga issue a statement to say so and so has been arrested and charged with hate speech for insulting Pumulos Tumbeko? You know, Bare Hamonga insoni ebuntu. You cannot be choosing and picking people to arrest based on political affiliation. Ete omamutuika nemina ndusha ba HH, ali tukaba Judith Kabemba, ali tukana chela tukuta. Chela tukuta ni master wansele. Chela tukuta ulia ali mu prison kudia kundola. For kutukana kachinga ni ba dola sidia badia. Chela tukuta was insulting ba late na wakwi. You know, Zambia police, you are a mockery to the laws of Zambia. The way you are behaving and conducting yourselves. How can you put Nomuland Wakwa Chela Tukuta Pali Ethel when Chela Tukuta is a master of abusing women? Chela Tukuta is a master of abusing women. Mwalika pona pali de umwaiche Ethel mwamulundira pona banani kan. Na no kutukana kutukana Ethel Kabemba na Tukuta. No, you win to Uria winena mayo Ethel Kabemba na ena. Her video has gone viral ko ale tukana ba kalaba. Let's be fair, Mwandi wa Zambia police. Shimbi milandu shire ikansa. Uria Ethel nga mamuchire charge oke fefi ni atukene ba HH na family yabo nga chari nga mwali perera pa ya penye. You know? Ethel nga mwaperere pa ya penye charging her for insulting the president and his family and sedition. But from there, mwabika pone mina no kweba she insulted Judith Kabemba. Ali tukana na Chela Tukuta. Bonsi abani they are insultists. Chela la tukana. Kabemba na yena ale tukana. Elo mwamku wike milandu papa mwa inchete okutukana Kabemba. Kabemba na yena ale tukana bakalaba. Inganyuyu Chela Tukuta. He is known for abusing women. That's why he was recalled from Brazil. He didn't serve his time. Chela Tukuta, he didn't serve his time. You talk with ignorance. Chela Tukuta didn't serve his time. And moreover, he has not even been prosecuted or taken to court for the many cases. Even when he was recalled from Brazil, it was because of hate speech. Was Chela Tukuta prosecuted for the reason he was recalled from Brazil or wherever he was? No. So, we are just exposing this government for their selective justice. Yes, I support the charge against insulting HH is correct. The sedition charge, ingali chita sedition, is correct. Ingali tukana family yaba lungu, yaba isi, yaba HH is correct. But these other charges, iya kutukana bakabemba, no, you Chela Tukuta is unnecessary. Again, it just shows the selective justice of UPND. So we move on. So we had here talking about this man from RATSA who has exposed what we have all been talking about. Because we have all been saying this UPND, they are tribalists, mulakana, nomba tepi afuma. You know, the audio leaked of what he was saying. Barabene ba mwemba, amon mwemba, na batekanya no kutekanya. I'm like, you know, first of all, we need computers to select candidates applicant tracking systems. We need to go digital. All this nonsense of in a country with 73 tribes is actually tribalism and nepotism. And Zambia tuwalisankana. So you cannot use a name of a person to judge the origin of a person. For example, I'll give you, I have children, and my children, they are 25% Lozi, they are 50% Tonga, and 25% Lungu. So their names can be misleading, you know, and that is a most of Zambia. Some of Zambians, people in Zambia, they have a quota. Maybe they are 25% Lozi, 25% Tonga, 25% Limbi Waku Mubemba, 25% Waku Kunan Kaniku Eastern. My nieces and nephews, they are 25% Tonga, 25% Lozi, and then they are 50% from the East. But the names can be misleading. So this has just shown what people have been complaining, because by UPND, Mwali Susha Abatonga Muma offices. This is not hate speech, and it has just confirmed. But Amon Mwemba, he was caught in the video. I'll just keep on rejecting and rejecting until the right person is found. He also said there are 2 HR officers who are tasked to this job to make sure that only certain people with certain names get the job. And I'll tell you here that some of my family members, but they are mixed. I have my nieces and nephews. Some of them, they have names from Northern, but they are 50% Tonga, 25% Tonga, 25% Lozi. Aba icheba kwa tamashina aya ku Northern bali chulira mo bali firu okuba parent to mulandu wa mashina yabo mwamona. So like ababruru band, my nieces and nephews bali kwa tamashina, some of them yaku Northern. I'm not going to say the names for privacy, but I have my own nieces and nephews bali kwa tamashina yaku Northern, but they are 50%, 25% Tonga, 25% Lozi on the mother's side. But on the father's side, I have nieces and nephews who are 50% from the north. So, mulandwa sane mubali kwata sane muyaku north, elonga bakwata sane muyaku north, babika pona sane na first name yaku north. Ni shinchito bali firu okusange nchito abana. So if Ibalelanda Baba Mwemba, he has just confirmed to me why my nieces and nephews with degrees have failed to find a job, because they have these names which they don't want. But they are Zambian. They are Zambian, they are on the mother's side, they are 50% Tonga and Lozi. But then on the father's side, they are from Northern. Elo bali kwa tamashina yaku Northern. Aba ichena ma degree abo balulumba fye. Now unimuma family mwabaka. These are siblings. So balabambia bakwe bati akwateshina ili achibemba or akwateshina ya chitonga bali ingire nchito. Yeah? The people who have Tonga names, they have got the job from the same family ka. But munamu mu family aba nefyo mwabeni ka mashina inchito takuri kumoneka. Because akwateshina yaku Northern. Mule ona ole chalo. Mulele ka abantu nomba paku ngakwato mwana kula chinja mashina. I think we should just start giving Christian names. Na last name yonse tuambe fyo kuchinja. Let us change nama last name yonse tule bonfya fya ya chisungu, so that vela ishiba where your roots are from. I think to end this, if you guys are not going to be honorable and practice and hire people on merit, then in Zambia we might as well change our names to start using amashina fenangu chimuti wa inika fye chimuti paktive ishibachi uri mubemba ingawa ya parezo minga bamona fi additional ya chibemba bakutolokera. So on this thing here bamwemba, it is a shame and it is a big problem, and it has exposed what we have been saying. Kale twayamba okulanda kale kwebatileke tribalism na ma police post yonse kwa isula fi abantu bafuma ku region imo. Hello, from there aweni bamwemba, he is saying he is misunderstood. Efye baleland. So ni mwa AI tulemtsa misunderstand shani bamwemba. Ewa na bale bana kasho bali na beno bale suminisha na bena okuchiwa papa mwanzi. Bana mayo bamu. Ala bana mayo mukaleka Zambia bakochi. Abana mayo tukwete ba mu UPND bale suminisha nefya bupuba. Mwali bamona. Bala bana mayo bali abalina bamwembe bale sunkirisha kulya. Ebiya shani uko bale yasuka. This is the reason to vote them out by UPND bafile baya. They are only 13% of the population. Vanono sana. Techiweka tilire nchitoshonse. Ero nama comments yambi mulela ndapanga ba PF chadishani. At least ba PF, if we can say that the PF had a tribal thing, it was only in the cabinet. If we can say that argument, mulela ndatinga ba PF chadishani. PF did not go muma institutions, no kuchita capture Zambia police yonse ukubika pa abantu babo. No. It was only in the cabinet, and it is understood why somebody can have a cabinet of people from whatever, even if it was wrong, they never pelelefye mu cabinet. No mbai mwa UPND na pama skulu ponse. Headmaster bamufunya kumazabuka bamutwala ku Northern. Ku police concept rechitika. So that's why we have to vote these people out and bring sanity in the country. We have to do hire people on merit. In fact, in Zambia, because we are a diverse country, there have to be diversity, merit, and inclusivity. They have to consider 3 things when hiring because of the diversity of our land, of our peoples. We have 73 tribes. So merit must be priority, inclusivity must be considered, and also diversity. We can't have a government where all headmasters, they are from one region. All police officers, they are from one region. All major government institutions, they are from one region. This is your time. What do you mean this is your time? No. It's a whole new generation. You came by UPND to change the narrative. You didn't come to compete with the problems that they were PF. But now, we say mkuchita worse than wa PF if you bachitire. Yes. Twakulalanda, we are not here to mislead people. We have read your secret document. We have read your leaked document where you are telling people that you want to control social media. Me, I campaigned for UPND. I was speaking the truth. And Zambia is a democracy. So if you think I'm misleading you, you can exit my page. This is my opinion, and I am free to offer checks and balances. So if you feel I am misleading you, go and start your own page and start explaining things how you see them. It is called the freedom of speech and expression. Okay? So, Vamuna, you can't get away with saying we misunderstood you. You have to take responsibility for your actions. There is nothing misleading. Everything you said there was very clear. Moving on. Twafuma kuliashi ilia ku RATSA. Twaisa kuliashi ilia ku Parliament/ECZ. So these 2 government institutions, they are the evil triangle that wants to bring Bill 7. These 2, ECZ na Parliament. It is the evil triangle na executive. You know, they have been trying to impose the Bill 7 on the Zambian people, and I've been saying here every day, follow my videos on YouTube and you catch up. I know a lot of you took a break from politics. You are just coming back to politics because you know that the time is coming. Election is near. So namubwela ma politics pantu mwamonati kuma elections na yale palamama elections. So catch up on politics on my YouTube channel, Queen Pupi. Let them not lie to you. Catch up on everything so that you understand what is really going on. So Rasta, he's a dangerous tribalist and abusing his office to perpetuate tribalism. That's what it is. He should not start explaining here that he was misunderstood. Twale yumfira fweben. Elo ati that RATSA tabantu bali muchive trying to find out who leaked the audio. You know what? Wars have ears. Just do the right thing. Nangu tuulifya mumpanga weka. Ukonfafye watch tefi ntu waipayo muntu weka mumpanga. Akaoni kakasende elia shachi waipayo muntu. So naimwebene va UPND, whatever you are doing is being exposed bit by bit. And we expect by IHH to fire this man. If by IHH does not fire Amon Mwemba, then we assume that he's the one who has instructed him to hire on tribal grounds. If by IHH does not fire him. And of course, we are waiting. How many people has IHH fired? 0. Yeah. So, area Shido. But another breaking story is some MPs have been suspended. Some MPs have been suspended for 30 days. It's like, wow. Parliamentary sukafye, mwambo like the suspend abantu. That is something really disturbing. But the news on the ground is that the MPs, they are being suspended to create room for the voting ilesa. Ati vale for kuvota for Bill 7. So kuri plan ya kwe bati vale wonse reported speech. Again, we are saying wars have ears. So if you plan evil, whatever evil you plan, the news will come out. And the news is coming out that there is a plan to suspend all the vocal MPs. Brian Mundubire, Kafuaya, is it Kafuaya or Wacheka suspend? Kapianga was suspended for 14 days. Kafuaya 30 days. Elona Binwe Mpundu Navena, he's on the list. Nava Mundubire is on the list to be suspended. So Elona suspend for 30 days. But if you suspend ba Mundubire Binwe Mpundu Libina Jinj Senga Baramu Bikap. Alichula Jinj Senga, stay strong. We are with you in prayer. Nava Mizit Mutoto Kafuaya suspended today for 30 days. And we know the plan. The plan is Pisha Bill 7. Bill 7 is a dangerous bill. Ni poison. Poison wabika sweet kunsi. Bill 7 is a roadmap to dictatorship. Bill 7 is a roadmap to one-party state. Yes. So, Vane, Isuke Nyamensu. Vaneli Muti. And the reason you are suspending these people is because Dilamwa Ideku Yamunelanda ma chiefs atama chiefs Barefo Kuwesha Bill 7. And all of us commented. And now you are suspending people who are reacting to your comment. This is so evil of you, Vanelli Muti. You know, they are laying traps. So, when my MPs, Mwilalanda, think like any if you're Kulalanda. Mushide if everybody kunsi Kulalanda. Don't comment on anything they say. Because in a comment about me send all of the parliament, you say, it's like, why do we have MPs? Why do we have members of MP if you are suspending them and jailing them for talking? Eh? What nonsense is this? Vaneri Motimwe. I'm a parliamentarians, and isn't it their job to talk? Isn't it their job to talk, the parliamentarians? Isn't it their job to talk? Pakchumule kaka ma MPs no flabaita suspend because of doing their job. Munia Zulu mwalimu kaka fish mwamuka kile. For talking ukulande fin twinch to yakwe. No mbabili suspended 30 days. So mlefa mlelanda fe imwe kabane baneli muntu mlelanda fe mwe kaimwe. Ngamwabu kama that's why mweleta na cyber bill. Iya kushata pula bena Zambia bonse. It is a shame on you, really. And then same laws you are making, Baneli Muti. Baneli Muti, pray by UPND Wakawini. This is not a threat. I am just telling you that, dear Nelly Muti, you are overstretching your boundaries in your work. Some of these things, if you mulekitaba Nelly Muti, mulefiengeresha abantu. Techmulande chintu, elo abantu bayaskefe mwalanda. Mwamko weta suspend from parliament. Next thing you want to expel them. Actually, you know the next thing, they will start legal charges against them so that Wabakake and in Wabakaka they lose their parliamentary seat. That's what happened to Munia Zulu. It is a shame. Ama election yena tamwa rigging. Tamwa rigging. Tamwa rigging na mumona uyamuna mayo kuku FHC ku Malawi. The justice in Malawi, how she ran the elections, everything was so transparent. Nangwaya pama wamona pama website yaba ECZ ya ku Malawi. Fide monika fiati apa fionse fide clean. In Malawi, you just look at that woman, you can even tell that this is a clean election. Ukumulolesha tena mayo udia. Na spirit yafuma. Her spirit is of transparency. Shows as she's speaking. That woman from Malawi. The chairperson. No mba ifo ba chairperson besu. Umuleba lolesha fie. Stinking corruption. How can she, by Mangala Zalomisi, agree to have automated voting? Already they introduced the automated voter registration. It is stinking corruption. For Bamwangala to stand there and say we are going to automate the voter registration process when there is no power in the country. People are having power for 2 days. I mean 2 hours. Bandiama night yadi. Compare. Which they compare. If they chitikafye. Compare. Muloleshe. Because walanda tumwana shenda tashanina. Just compare what is happening in this UPND ECZ. Which they compare na Kumalawi. Transparency. Fieka. Notuma statement. Let me read the statement which the lady we are in a justice. I'll read the statement, what the justice said for the Malawi election. I posted it on my page. I was like, wow. Wow. Can't we have such a person in Zambia to run the elections? Let me read the statement from the Malawi chairperson of the ECZ over there. She said, elections are a competition, but at the heart of this process is the unity and stability of our nation. Let us remember that Malawi is bigger than individual ambitions, and as such, we must guard our peace, jealousy as we await the official results from the Commission. Justice Annabel Mutarimanja. That is a transparent woman who is doing her job. No Baba Mangala Zalomisi is a challenge. That's why abantu balandirati. There will be no free elections if Mwangala Zalomis remains as the chairperson of ECZ because she's a pure cadre. Chimona Vanelli Mutina Bena. She's a pure cadre. She's there to push the agenda of the president. These two, Nelly Muti and Mangala Zalomis, they are supposed to recluse themselves from anything to do with the governing of this country. Because they have shown us that they are undemocratic and they are unpatriotic in executing the very important high offices for which they have been accorded. If they cannot execute these offices with partiality, let them resign. Let them tell that I can't do this. I am resigning. Sendeniko Bambi. But they are buying in to dictatorship. And they shall be held accountable. Vaneri Muti na Mangala Zalomis, we are putting you on notice that you are on your own. Mwikesa mkuliranga niwa mwangala mwafumine mu retirement ba mwangala ukwisa mkuchita stinking corruption ku ECZ nga mwaikeleze pa kufamu yenu. You are going to rot in jail ndemye mafi. Ba Mwangala Zalomis, you will rot in jail because Zambians are suffering. So if you do anything fishy, the day of reckoning will come. Same as Nelly Muti. But Nelly Muti, the day of reckoning is coming. It is power to the people. No matter how much you try to push this Bill 7, the harder you push Bill 7, the more danger for you. Haka indebadi kwata immunity, but you are Nelly Muti, you don't have immunity. So we shall see about your evil intention to push this Bill 7. If it goes through, you will face the consequences. Whatever consequences will happen because of you pushing Bill 7, Vanelli Muti, it will fall on your head. And leave these members of parliament, stop suspending them. Nemwema judiciary, tule miromba nangubari mirundi lempia. Eshoba mirundi lempia chinshi, pakutu bale chitanga waikato omuntu bamutwala kumakoti, mwamu kupingule fyo bale fwaya. Haka Inde already is being sued for his illegality, his unlawful increase of judges' pay. Haka Inde is in court on this. He has been taken to court by John Sangwa. And if this Bill 7 passes, it will protect the president from legal proceedings. So we say no to it. Yeah. And I'm about to end. I just want to read a document before I go. But we are here, we'll be talking. Nobody will stop us. You can't stop us from talking, you know, because Zambia is a democracy. And UPND, they spent 20 years. UPND spent 20 years in opposition and they were talking, no one stopped them. So how dare you want to shut us up? But UPND, if they shut us up, but President Hakainde, if he shut up, would he be in power now? No. He's in power because he continued checks and balances. He's in power because he was allowed to be on the ballot by our Edgar Lungu. May his soul rest in peace. Echi kupempula echi kulia. Ngafira sanikwa, ngachira sanikwa. Ba Lungu ngabali ngatababa chitire forgive ba HH. You know? Filawe mbabalanda atishani. You know, sometimes they say don't leave an enemy behind. Under Haka Inde's government, ECL died because he was denied health care. Now, if ECL had not forgiven HH and left him in prison, ECL would be alive today. Echin Kalipa. Because the UPND took politics into to end somebody's life. And somebody died of politics and they validate themselves who are Alima politics. And now they are fighting the widow for his body. After their direct cause. HH is working in your backyard. One for you. HH is working in the backyard. Cooking numbers, the economy is going by 6%. How can the economy grow by 6% when you want to balesh to bunga almost 500? Where is the growth? When you have no job, where is the growth? Ale wamba kumienu. because to Ariumfati, some of you kumanche the shimo, you are fully funded fertilizer, you are getting more, like everything, the scale is balanced, the scale is tipped. Fionse filefini na kuma region inchito shonse ni mo mwebale kwate inchito because of umutundu. Fertilizer fionse bale sala ulaba kupera ma fertilizer. Bambita bale poka. Elo nga uledia ulei kuta uledia. If we are not here, ukulanda kafumoke ukobe. My job is not here to advocate for the minority. I am here because I am advocate for the majority. I am here to advocate for the majority. The woman in Shangombo, Muyombe, the woman in Chadiza, the woman in Zambezi, the woman in Mwense. Those are the people we are here. So iwenga na udia nakakuta akafumo be na udia na wikuta na ututrirwa ufume pape japa. I'm not here to talk about the minority of you who are enjoying. We are here to talk about the masses. Like your mama would say, ngana udia na wikuta ole viola ufume pape japa. Some people, they are rationing food. They don't know when they are going to eat the next meal. That's why they are so desperate to bring in Bill 7, suspending key MPs. Baneli Muti, if the illegalities you are committing will follow you. Mudiba nakashi baneli Muti. Mudiba nakashi. Elo mudiba fiashi mwari fiala. So we mothers should have a heart. The women are the one who should be fighting for equality. Look at the woman in Malawi. You can even tell to say this woman justice, she's a mother. She's fighting for her country. No mbaimwe, ama mothers aba mu UPND government. Taba kwa tomutima wabuna mayo. They are in the forefront destroying our democracy and oppressing people. And making a roadmap to dictatorship. It will not happen, I'm telling you. It will not happen. So I'm about done. I'll open the lines on TikTok. But we are here to condemn all these planned suspensions they want to do in Parliament. We are aware. We are aware that when for Pisha Bill 7, that's why I'm going to suspend abantu. Na tuishiba line yabantu bomutanta miki okuba tumate suspend. But if you bring that Bill 7, it will be the end. It will be the end of you by UPND, because you cannot end democracy in Zambia without a referendum. You have to go to the people and seek a referendum to change the constitution so that we can become a one-party state. So that you have to ask the people of Zambia to say, can you remove this clause so that I cannot be investigated for corruption? Because that's what it amounts to. Some of the changes in the Bill 7, it amounts to you, being protected from corruption charges. But you and a few MPs cannot decide on behalf of Zambians to make yourself exempt from corruption charges. We have to go to a referendum. So it will be illegal. This Bill 7, if it goes through, it is illegal because it requires a referendum for all Zambians to agree that the president of Zambia shall be exempt from corruption charges. Already the president has not declared his assets. And now, through Bill 7, he wants himself to be exempt from corruption charges. He wants that if a presidential candidate drops, the presidential election should go ahead. He wants to give powers to judges to determine a case. Meaning, if I'm a presidential candidate, they can find a case against me, take me to court, and the judges can independently judge me without being heard. Yes, so this is the evilness of this Bill 7 among many things. It has come as an attraction to say we want to bring in women. But even the women they want to bring is only 32%. I mean 32 MPs. 32 MPs when in Zambia we had majority of the population, we are women. So if it was fair, if they want to bring in 211 MPs, out of that 211 MPs, we should have over 120 MPs. If these people, they want proportional representation, the proportional representation must be according to the proportion of women in the country. So in the country, if women are 51% population, and in parliament they are trying to have 211 MPs, we should have more than 120 MPs, female MPs. So all this thing of saying we are increasing women party in parliament, it is a hoax. Niwenye kibuhata. And then for the youths who are 65% of the voters, they only want, I think, 7, I don't know, some ridiculous number. So for the youths, they are supposed to have 65%. That parliament, if we are isula, 65% for youth, which means it must represent the women and the men under 35 years of age. Should be at least maybe 150, 140 somewhere there. So 140 MPs should be men, women of youth. Mamona. A proportional representation, you. Those are the actual numbers. Not Muri Bill 7 if you have What proportional representative is there if you are going to have 32 women in parliament out of 211 MPs when most of the population in Zambia, and then this delimitation of adding 55 in the leaked document, it shows that the new constituencies will be in their strongholds. So if they delimit these constituencies, because kuna strongholds according to the ECZ numbers, equal population of voters has increased. So now that's another thing we need to do. Census. We need an independent audit of the ECZ voters register. We need to do that. Because if they delimit, it's going to give majority of these constituencies are going to be in their strongholds. So they have cooked the numbers to say once they add these constituencies in their strongholds, that will give them an edge to give them a minority rule in a parliament. So they are going to add, I think, 20 to 15 seats. This is in their leaked document. They are going to add 20 to 15 seats in their in the new constituencies. Then the president will appoint 10 people. He's increasing appointed people from 8 to 10. And then also, so he's increasing that, the appointed people. He's also going to delimit, and the delimitation ikafini na kuria, because that's where, according to the ECZ registrar voter, that's where the number of voters has increased. Now that ECZ, the voter register, is also clashing na census numbers. So again, we need an audit. Remember, there was a big thing between the numbers, Kuzamstat and ECZ, they are clashing. So somebody has cooked up the numbers to give ECZ more numbers than the census. And this census was conducted under the UPND government. So it's a lot of stuff going on, guys. And we have to keep up. Fingi, even keep a track of whatever is going on. Because Fingi, kuchiwala, but they are doing so much. They are desperate. Yeah. So they are doing all this in order to raise the 2/3 majority. They need to pass Bill 7. Ukulata suspend abantu. Ero Bill 7 ingayapita tulabeko fena kuri election year 2026. So we must do whatever it takes legally to stop this Bill 7 in its tracks. And whoever would pass the Bill 7, they will be legally liable for prosecution, because this Bill 7 is a major bill which takes away the freedoms of our country takes away democracy. And to take away democracy, we need to go to a referendum. So Vanelli Muti, if you are so desperate for this Bill 7, start organizing a referendum to Afigo Kulanda so that ama Zambiani vakaye votanga wale ifwaya. Yes. So Eddie Ashirio, we are here to break it down to them. We will be breaking it down and we shall make sure that we expose everything they are doing. So I'll just read briefly a document which is circulating online before I close. Muti at it again, suspends MP for 14 days. She will not protect her own MP being brutally beaten and in the sacred precinct of Parliament, but she's bothered to constitute the Committee on Privileges and Absences to investigate remarks attributed to Mpika MP Honorable Francis Kapianga and published in the News Diggers, criticizing her own remarks made while she visited constituency offices in Muchinga. So she is biased and partisan, and Waneli Muti has no shame really. The next thing mukamonaba ama MPs baka batwala ku court for these comments and they'll lose their seat like Munia Zulu. How evil can you be? I end here. How evil can you be, Waneli Muti? Thank you for joining. You can follow me on YouTube for all the missed videos. I will be here to give checks and balances every day as long as God allows. If I have health and life, I'll be here. You know, we won't be scared. We shall be politically correct as we speak to the people and expose any evil intentions of this government and also give our take, political commentation, and give checks and balances on what is happening. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I have an audience on TikTok. Mamam Patso is joining me. The floor is yours, Mamam Patso. Thank you so much, guys.
Hello. Good evening, Queen Pumi.
Good evening, my dear. How are you? Welcome.
I'm fine, thank you. Happy wedding anniversary.
Thank you.
And wishing you more happy years.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So, okay. This is where I think people end up saying at nimafuno mi defendani but nimakangiwa. It's the same, I think, with our government now in Zambia. People would want to defend them, but just how do you do it? They end up now looking very confused in trying to defend what everyone, I think, it clearly sees that this is not just right. Today's audio, or yesterday's audio, or the audio in discussion, I think it's clear to say that that audio, or that conversation rather, I think it's a conversation because two people are talking. That conversation can clearly be heard that it was not done in good faith. Even if people come and try and justify, now they're making themselves actually look more, they're actually looking more foolish, for lack of a better term, because sometimes when people say silence is golden, that's exactly what it means. When you are wrong, it's better keep quiet. If you don't have the guts to apologize or to own up to your mistakes, I think the best that you can do, the most prudent thing somebody can do is just to shut up. Probably that could be better. Because if you have a list of people or candidates or whoever you want to employ in your institution, in your department, why are you looking at the names in the first place? Why are you not looking at either the qualifications that somebody has? Why are you not looking at the credibility of people? why did they choose to discuss regions? That tells you something, that there's something wrong with them, and clearly they are tribal. Because if you have a list, what made them feel, why is Southern Province not there? Themselves, their bosses there, meaning they're representing the team. So, if there are bosses there, why are they thinking, why don't we have people? They go on further, talk about two names and saying, oh, those are people from Southern Province, those are Tongas. Oh no, we need those because that's a very sensitive area, so we need to make sure that it's well secured. And then someone should come and say he was actually talking against tribalism. Are you for serious? Is Matomola or Motomola? I don't know his name properly. Is that man normal? Is Mr. Simon Mwewa normal?
They think Zambians are stupid. They can.
I think that Zambians are not gullible. I think we are not gullible.
Yeah, you know, but if you are 2020, to never believe if you you know, in 2020, we believed everything they said. Not anymore.
I think people are more enlightened, and I think it's more insulting to think people are so dull.
UPND.
And to think people, I think it's so insulting to think your people that you're ruling or people that you're leading are actually that shallow. So for me, I think it's time that we spoke against this. And the unfortunate part is the perpetrators of tribalism are left without being checked, but the people who are talking against this vice of tribalism are the ones that are being victimized by being arrested or being detained. So it's like when you make a wrong, you're not bad. Right now, they're busy looking for who recorded that or who was recording that conversation. They're not discussing the content of that conversation, but who. Since when did we stoop so low as a people? Why should the president and his followers stoop so low to start looking at who recorded and not what was being said?
They use the same equipment.
Yes, and now they're busy looking for that person.
No, they brought the same equipment for cyber law. So that is a crime over alleged.
Yes, but and you know, this is where we should actually be very thing to say. It's coming out.
No, it's like being recorded. They brought equipment. Mpato.
This is what it is.
Mama. They brought equipment to capture people for cyber law. So you never capture na vena. So if you to learn that, careful what you ask for. Parliamentary chirindi. Ati ichirindi chi nkashikira momu nondi na wowe ne wimbe chobe. This is what has happened to them.
It's very sad though, but it's
a good thing. Ever later cyber law. They have brought cyber law and all the equipment to capture those conversations. So now they are in a cyber law ever later now you capture na vena.
But the problem that they have, because in a few weeks, and I think in the few weeks now, in the past few weeks, a lot of things have backfired on these people. A lot of things have come out in the light. The things that they do when they think they are in closed wars, when they think they are behind all these sophisticated kind of arrangements, they are all coming out. The question is, why are they coming to light? I think it's up to us people to know. They're coming out so that we know who these people are. We actually understand how bad these people are. I think these people are just bad. HH and this group, they are evil, for lack of a better term. People who are ready to kill people. People who are ready to kill people's dreams. Think of the young ones. Judge's dream now, killed. We may not agree with all these people with whatever they do, but why are you going to kill young people's dreams? you get this Benoit Mpundu, if he's going to go arrested or charged with seditious practice, that's a criminal record. Benoit Mpundu is very young, you know, even in the political world. So if you are going to kill his dream at that point, what are you doing to the generation? Then you come and say you love the people that you're leading. I think these are some of the questions that we need to ask ourselves. Does this man really mean well? The answer is definitely no. When you look at even his own supporters, most of them are supporter UPND. Maybe they are there, but very few are actually comfortable. Most of them just look what because we are passing through the same hardships, if not even worse. Because for them, they support anything. So like they're blind followers who cannot do things on their own. So, you know, but they'll come here behind this keyboard. They've become keyboard warriors where they'll come with very fake names, buy some landa, buy some porter. Who are you supporting? Check yourself. Is this person even thinking about you? Is this person, you claimed you had a bumper harvest. The church says they have a bumper harvest this year and they wanted to start exporting if they haven't yet exported maize. But if we are hearing now, so and then someone should come and say, yes, I think we need to be serious. Even if I never support I think they need to be serious. Let's check ourselves. Just as much as we may not agree with being violent, but sometimes it's pushing Africa. That's why people just become violent. That is a sign. HH needs to put his house and his head in order with his people, because now that's a very bad sign. If there is one councillor can be beaten in full view of everybody, I mean, that should tell you how bad things are. That should tell you how bad people are feeling, how hungry and angry people are. I think as a people, let's spread what is right, even as we say, oh, HH Paka 2019, are you for real? Tauli ule lombe mpia, ule lombo munga. Now Pletana Pamela even in our supermarkets now. Then you say HH Paka 2030. The pump price keeps changing in Zambia only. Every month reviewing the fuel prices affecting all the commodities. And you say until 2030. Are you for real? Medicines are still scant in hospitals. Power outages. Why is it that people balunda light to about maybe an average of 4 hours, people should go and jubilate? It's like a father who buys a school shoe for a child should go and have a party and tells children to say, whose responsibility is that? As a father of the house, it's your responsibility to feed those children that you have. So there is no cause for you to celebrate. But this is what we are experiencing now. Yesterday, we had the whole entourage going to welcome the ambulances. Unfortunately, our own Nevas Mumba, who has greatly disappointed a lot of us, goes and says that was a great milestone in the history. Is this the first time Zambia has had ambulances being brought? Why should you disrupt other or almost all government institutions to go and welcome ambulances? Then you come and say, no, we are a government that is proactive. This man is hypocritical. This man does not mean well for any of us. And I think it's time that we stood up. All of you that could even be here on this forum that come with your fake accounts because you come to look for people and you come and lie and change your voices and all. Think about it. Why are you hiding if what you're saying is true? Because you guys are protected. You're not like Queen Pumi, who may not have that immunity at the moment. Why are you hiding? The moment I'm going to hide, meaning there's something that I'm doing that is not right. So all of you that may be here, coming here to think people are foolish, are you hiding? Actually, you are even fooling yourselves and your family and everybody else around you. So I think let's look at this government and see how best we can remove them. Let's advocate for everybody to go and vote, because I think them, Maneri Moti, another disappointment. These suspensions that you're doing are going to haunt you. Do you watch what other parliamentarians do in other countries and learn something? Not learning things that are bad. Can you pick out things that are good? When you sleep, what do you think about? When you went to parliament, obviously, yes, you might have your own alignment with a certain political party. But please, if you can't, it's true, I agree with the member of parliament who said, can you come out of that shell and go and campaign? That could be the most prudent way of doing than killing young people's dreams, than destroying people's livelihoods. These people that you're arresting carelessly, yes, we may not agree with them with everything, but if the world was like that, they've got children, they've got families, they've got people they look after. But because of a political party, because of one person, you want to kill the whole country? I think we can do better. Thank you.
Thank you, Ampad. So now one thing has come out is like, you know, this welcome by Joseph, welcome by Chichi Girl, by UPND, by later cyber bill. So now my equipment to capture abantu for Baliranda. So now when they were captured, so now when by Cheme by UPND Moufa, Mule Chema na imwele mamuna. Mwaletere cyber bill atiresa mkuchita capture ba opposition na imwele. This is evidence, it's a testimony. Ba Amon Mwemba, lekeni no kufaya who captured you. Imwebene, your UPND government, you enabled yourself to be captured. Mwalileta my equipment to capture abantu. Mulela wat na imwebene. You are going to be captured. Chichi girl, go ahead.
Sorry, you know what? Actually, you know, I forgot. I think Abalefire who captured who, you know. Obviously, these are conversations that never happened just for one day. Probably these are conversations that have been going on and people are tired. When people are tired, they can never back up for you. When people are tired, they can never hide for you. So the only thing is they will put a trap for you so that the whole world hears what is happening. And I think this is the case with the UPND. People are tired. People are fed up of you. Look at Liswaniso. Liswaniso says everywhere he goes, he's being told that pack your bags. Liswaniso is the only one so far who is actually
Liswaniso melonareta mbaba jeje balelanda chavena Liswaniso balikwata ma private jet. At all the cabinet ministers baba UPND balikwata ama private jet ku Dubai.
Yeah, it's very possible. But Liswaniso is the only one who says everywhere he goes he's being told pack your bags because your party
Makaya atibadishita mayanda ku Dubai na ma private jet. So, I have benefit of it. Kanyamule yoko kwine ku Dubai yoko mwachita mayanda na menendekeshe mukale pururuka bali Swaniso twali umfa mailo. But Chichi girl, the floor is yours. If you are not ready by Joseph's, you can come in. It's an interesting.
Yeah, Madam President, let my Joseph come in. I'll come in.
Okay, thank you, Mama. By Joseph. Comrades, if you let Chika Muzambia, let Poshani, Amaria Shiengi, Kutola Pofio, Mrefo, Kulanda, could have arranged a jet. Could have ever equipment after capture. Zambian, whatever, but Navena is a part of Zambian. So, did I actually came from Fiumadela and the Bambo Canada misunderstood?
Imagine, you know, Zambia has been turned into a comedian country. You know, we are experiencing things that we've never experienced before as a nation. And, you know, in every situation, you learn one or two things. For us on the positive part, this has been a learning curve. You know, we've really come, there used to be assumptions, you know, where, you know, people just say things like this, oh, this person is like this person is like this. But not until a person is, you know, tried, put in a position where they're able to express themselves in the manner that UPND have expressed themselves. Now we know, now we understand, nobody will come and lie. Now we have somewhere to point at, so that nobody will come and lie or refuse to say, no, it's this and that. Now we have an understanding. So this is the positive part that we have picked out of this UPND's behavior. For me, what is happening, what happened at RATSA is just basically an eye-opener. In fact, in other institutions, it's actually worse. It's actually worse. And if people had an opportunity to expose what is taking place there, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. This is a wake-up call for Zambians, and let Zambians know that, you know, leadership is indeed God-given. Any person that forces themselves on people, this is exactly what you get. Why? Because a leader comes with natural, you know, love for the people, and they want to govern the people, you know, inclusively. Unfortunately, when people come with an agenda, this is exactly what you see. All you see is bitterness, vindictiveness, tribalism. These are a manifestation of the people that were not ready to lead and rule the country. This is what we get. All right? Hearing right now, it is one scheme after another. There is a scheme that is being prepared, that has been planned, and instructions have been given on the jailing of Binwe Mpundu, the declaring of the city for Tasila Lungu vacant, you know, Mambilima, this other Chiengi member of parliament. All right, all these are going to be convicted. The instructions have been given. So if you have a country that is running on emotion, that is running on vindictiveness, that is running on propaganda, this is what we get. This is what we get. We really have to learn a lesson, and this lesson, it has taught us never to ever make such a mistake as a country. Zambia has always been a beautiful, beautiful country that has always run on understanding, especially the issue of democracy. And for me, the worst thing, I love that, you know, what Sangwa is actually doing right now. He needs to be supported by all Zambians. The other thing about us, I think this is the worst thing. Dictatorship thrives on divided people, where you have people, even when they are convicted and they are convinced and they know to say this is wrong, but they'll still continue grabbing. So dictators gather strength, you know, from such, you know, an atmosphere. As long as there are certain people that are going to say it is fine, this is what we're going to get. Today, you have Nevas Mubashuri declaring to say this is the best thing that has ever happened to Zambia on Land Cruisers. If you go to any clinic in the rural area, you find Land Cruisers that were ambulance. They've been there since time immemorial. Government has been buying these. This is not the first time that this thing is happening. No. These things have always been there. We have always bought these things for medical purposes, ambulances. Go to any district office, you will find these things in those places. So it is sad that you have a senior man, you know, who is supposed to be an advisor, and unfortunately he's a chief press singer. So I've always spoken, the moment you turn to UPND, the blades are taken out of your head. You begin to think with your stomach. And this is what happened with Banevas Kuba. Unfortunately, we've lost that man. The only thing remaining is just to put flowers where we are supposed to put. In my conclusion, is what is happening for the members of parliament. You know what has been happening? You have the suspension of this person, suspension of that person, and they are targeting them one by one. I am calling on the MPs. This is time to unite. You cannot be played like people that were not chosen by the people from constituencies. And you are all quiet. One person goes out, everyone remains seated. It is time to come come up together. You need to put a fight. These people have seen that you are not united. This is why they are behaving the way they are behaving. They will just isolate one and the rest of you remain. But if you get united, they suspend one, you all rise. That is not Nelly Muti's house. That is the Zambian parliament. You were sent there to represent the Zambian people. And this has to be put into context. Somebody should not just rule Zambia like it's a ranch. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong. That speaker should understand that she's there only for a moment. Governments go, and that one will really go through a lot. Let us celebrate her time. I thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Comrade Joseph. So, Mafkin, good to see you. Chichi girl, are you ready?
Yes, madam, I'm ready. I can now contribute.
Go ahead, go ahead. Vanelli Monti Mwandini is giving us
I'm saying a happy anniversary. How come I missed this? What happened? How can the chief advisor to the Madam President not aware that it's a happy anniversary?
Lives, yes. Because of the too much politicking, it's like, okay.
Happy anniversary to you and our brother-in-law.
Thank you.
You know, sometimes I've reached a point where I tell myself, I say, okay, what is it that I'm going to say today? Because everything in Twarilanda, we find ourselves at the same thing today. Every day by UPND coming up with the issues every day. You even say, oh, so today I don't know what is there on the plate. They always have something. They always, I think you're cooking.
They are always cooking something. You know, he said it to a president. I'm cooking something for you. Oh my God, is a no
You know, following the subjects that you've mentioned on the floor, it's so bad that you have a speaker who comes there and wants to, okay, if she wanted to be deliberating, point of order and everything, she should have accepted that job as a speaker. She should have said, no, nominate me as a member of parliament for one of the ministry, because she loves debating. For me, that's what I've seen. She is supposed to make order, make sure that people are bringing issues on the floor with the objectivity and whatever. Whenever they bring something, she's the one who's debating. There to debate as a speaker, or you are there to make sure that there's order in parliament and to make sure that people are debating in a very maybe orderly manner or whatever. But she's the one who's debating. Is that your job, madam, to debate? What's wrong with you, madam? Because your level, I don't know what's wrong with you, madam. I don't know what's wrong with your head. You know, this is the problem of, I think, appointing people who have no clue what they're supposed to be doing. It's like that. What do you do? Inefficiency, incompetence, everything. You can't even deliver. Can you just see? By the way, there are some rumors somewhere there. It is alleged that Nelly Muti and someone, I think from the court, they have been told by Bamwine to say, make sure Nelly you do with Bill 7. That's why she's the one singing about
He's the different one.
Bill 7.
He's compassionate and he's caring.
Yes, she's on orders. You say she has to deal with Bill 7. That's why she's behaving like that. She's behaving like that because she has been given orders to deal with Bill 7, no matter what. That's why she's the one who's going, oh, now the chiefs have said, are you the Minister of Justice? Can we ask you that question? As Zambians, are you the Minister of Justice to bring things on the floor?
Vanelli Muti, one word. Vanelli Muti, bill 7, someone will land in jail. If this bill 7 goes through, because it's taking away the democracy of the Zambia to one-party state. A bill that is shielding...
Madam President, have you seen Kasune bringing this bill on the thing? Have you ever heard of, even where they will interview her to say, yeah, we are thinking of this because of this. And then you have a person like Amos Chanda shamelessly saying we've been doing consultation. Who have you been consulting? Who have you been consulting? Amos Chanda.
Himself.
Shamelessly.
They have been consulting.
Can you have a country shamelessly, but Amos Chanda, shamelessly, shame on you.
Shame on a shame. Shame them. Shame on a shame. You know the picture that I'm ashamed to see was a picture of Nevas Mumbakuya Baitanta Mekuya Mkumona ambulance. I was just like, God help us.
Did you even see the cars being jump-started? You did a jump-start. Okay, I'm going to buy a Karasana, and you want in a shamona pocket,
welcome, Ramafken.
Speaker, just address the issue.
I've retracted.
I'm quite Then on the bill 7.
I'm not finished. I'm still on the floor.
Oh, I'm not pushing off your mind. Thank you, my son.
Sorry.
So, for me, those are the issues. She is not the means of justice to bring Bill 7 on the floor. She is not the means of justice to be advocating that the chiefs are saying this and this. She is not supposed to be talking because she's the speaker and not somebody who's seated there to be debating. She should know what she's supposed to be doing there. Then, the issue of that, Madam, I've always told you this. Who said there's a document. I wish Zambians can see that document. But UPND, they have a document, but it has leaked. That's the other thing. It has leaked. We've seen it. It's in the public domain somehow, but they're pretending that it's not there, but it's there. The only thing in that document that they have done is, regardless of the thing, Bill 7 has to pass. That's why now, Nelmuti and his people are now busy suspending Francis Kapianga, Mundwele is on the list, Binwa is on the list, targeting Tasila Lungu's whatever. Tasila is mourning. She's mourning. What's wrong with you people? You saw that, Mufish is with the 230 you're in the Parliament. So get rid of this, bring UPND, whatever. But let's tell me where when we are electing an MP, they go and do Mapatizia formula in the PF stronghold, so that meanwhile they lost that election. Everything that you do, what's wrong with you? Just do a fair game and see how popular you are. It's like that. It's not normal. People you can see to say this is that team of no see everything. Mingalato. It ain't know what they're Mingalato. So ever thought the Baba Muina could say what they're Mingalato did a very bad thing. I'm glad JJ Banda has told them that he's coming to campaign. We'll see. We are going to see JJ Banda come to campaign, and he will come to campaign. I'm coming live. JJ should come and campaign. Whosoever is going to stand, because the injustices that people feel about JJ, he will come out to fight that JJ should come and campaign. And stop this nonsense of you want to be employing only Tongas. one question that I'm going to ask you, and this I've asked this every day. Those who are employed in civil service, the time those MMD, Bachiruba, Manawasa, Arabi, Sata, Balungu, all of you who have been even in the ranks of the army, the Zambia Air Force, ZNSC, the actual civil service, of you, and you've risen in the ranks. Today, did you hear to say no? You are dongas. You should not be employed, and you should not be rising in your ranks in whatever circumstances, either in civil service or in this whatever. No, there was nothing like that. You are rising. Most of them even rose to even position of directors who are dongas, but others who are even members are not even on those positions. In the time of what? In the time of Bachuba, you rose all those. But today, because of you want to come and preach the tribalism, to the level of getting to that of you as a CEO of a company like RATSA, shame on you, even you, by engineer. You even went to which I don't know, now I have to start asking, which university did you go to? Did you go to University of Kalingalinga, like Miss Michael Sata would call it? You know what Baba Sata used to call me, so rest in peace. No, I loved that man. He used to call University of Gambia as University of Kalingalinga. So that's how he is. You went to the university and you come and start preaching tribalism. It's your integrity, morality, professionalism. You are really making these professionals look very cheap. Engineer, you're even calling yourself engineer something, and you have people coming protecting him to say no. Actually, he meant that people should be employed on merit. Is that what the video says? Is that what the audio says? Again, you want, because it has come from, no, it's not an AI. Now you've accepted it's not an AI, but because you've been cut down, now you want to change the narrative. As if we didn't listen to that. We listened. Of course, some of us might not understand the great detail of Tonga and whatever, but we've got Tonga friends who can explain nicely what that means. It's shame on you. Don't make certain profession. It's something like this, the judges. I always talk about the judges also. They've made the judiciary look like very cheap. Very cheap. You have a judge who can't sign, just sign a consent. You can't sign. For what reason?
Speaker, the judge who shall sign that. Nichinya now bomba, and she's
Concepta. Lulu, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that, my brother. But you are making the professional of judges, the lawyers, very cheap. You know, everything in our politics in Zambia now, they've become cheap. Anyone is cheap, because you think politics is whatever. No, that's not how politics should be. You are there to serve the people. And I announced in 2021 that I'm here to hire and fire. 2026, I'm hiring and firing again. Serious. We are voting. And I will do you very well. Shame on you, making things like that and that. All those MPs you are planning to chase, don't even chase them. Don't chase them out. You're in Bill 7, Parliament. We'll fight. I think this time we need to fight. I think some of you will start taking you personally. Nice. Let's fight. I think we are going to be taking you. We're going to take things by force. We are not a Christian nation who will not take things by force. We are going to take things by force. At the right, at the shan. We are a Christian nation. At the right, shall take it by force. We shall take it by force as a Christian nation. Now we'll take it by force. We'll start
by fire, by force. Dangerous prayers. By fire, by force.
Because back to taking us for granted, madam.
I was waiting to watch that drop by Mafkin.
Okay.
So
anyway, madam, but the kind of Mafkin, but when they saw that, very much they could contribute. And all that. If I
Baba pa timer, so mama mona mama pera chance pan to buy your time. Like yeah, he has like a short window. So when you see him, ngabai sali mbakata kuka break.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. No problem.
Yeah. So Maf Kenny, we are waiting for you. We'll give you priority. Ngamawela, I want to hear your contribution. But thank you, everybody. We have over almost 100 people live on Facebook and TikTok. Today we took it up 100 people. And we are here to talk about every day is something. Vanelli Moti again. She's on the hot seat. Welcome back here. And we are here to talk about this Amon Mwemba. The cyber law has backfired. This is a short description of what has happened in the case Iyaba Amon Mwemba RATSA. It is what the cyber law can do. Filefuma machine wale tefya kuchita capture abantu. So this is a warning. It doesn't matter. Elotabaka musange no wale chita capture because there are systems which are put in place to listen in. Fidaba today warning by Ambassador Gonzalez ukweba chikuri cyber law. So muleba careful if you kulandalanda. Bali later ama equipment tukula chita capture abantu. So number in the case of Amon Mwemba, aya ene ama equipment bali later na ya chita capture. Yeah. He said I am laughing because the same equipment they brought to capture opposition has now started capturing them, executing their evil plans. Okay, the floor is yours. It's so funny. Yeah, what? Yes.
Chichi, again, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm well, by the grace of God. Yes,
we thank God.
Yeah,
because like a trap for a mice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Akaliva is a trap. So when you put the thing to attract the mice to eat, the bait. So instead of it catching the people they thought it to intend, in this case it has caught the very people who put the bait. That's what I mean. Just some simple bemba. Akaliva covered it.
Yeah, I'm happy today. Can't say keko. Yeah.
It is in the word of God, and I'm sure Chechi would attest to this, where the traps that were meant for evil, just wanting to trap other people, they end up being trapped by those same traps. Mm-hmm. Like the issue of Mordecai, you remember at the time, and Esther, Naaman sets up a trap and the gallows, wanting Mordecai to go and die there. Then actually Naaman ends up dying on the same thing he created. I believe that God somehow, he makes those people who think they are wise, he just blinds them, and they begin to do things that come out in public and we get to know. Think about Vanelli Mot, the whole speaker, to be found on a video, yeah, gosh.
Balena ngama finger pants.
Sister Tindende Ponokalanda,
I'm a finger, I have a multi pants.
Please.
Nganine ngabali njikata. Ngani Queen Pumi ngabali njikata at indecent exposure. I'm telling you.
But you know what that would have done to me? I would have looked away because I can't. The traditions, if you have to push out, we are not raised like that. Yes, thank God for the internet, but that's not us.
Sure.
The respect for women in families is high. However, I was just about to go to work, and before I leave, I thought God just dropped it in my mind to think about it in retrospective. The issue of Lungu's body, the government to push, wanting to bury, I think they would like to bury before the elections. The reason is that then they can claim credit to say, we gave him a decent burial, and therefore they can use it as an election campaign.
Yes.
Yeah, I just felt it in my heart, not of anything, not because I've heard anything. I'm like, why? Then just the thought that they wanted to use it as an election campaign material to say they gave him a dignified, and it would make all of us who have been critic of the government towards the way they have treated the Lungu family, that one decent burial to wipe away all the ill treatment towards the Lungu family. But I believe God cares about Valungu's body, and he would not want that body to be used as a campaign strategy, you know. So I believe that these elections will have to go ahead, even if they have not buried Balungu, but Balungu deserves to be honored and respected and buried by the people who care for him. That's the question. People who truly, truly care for him. It doesn't matter. Head of state, if the head of state does not care for Balungu, let him be. But those of us who care, let's give and honor that man and the family also, that they can find peace and rest. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. Keep the fight. Keep doing what you're doing. Chichi, I always value your input. Yeah, I respect. Truly, truly respect. And everybody else on this platform, please keep on. Let's keep going. God bless you. I'm going to work. I'll be in the background. I'll keep listening.
Mubombe, we are honored to have you as usual. That's my chief advisor over there. We are going to State House.
Yes.
Thank you,
You know, now you have a picture of what the State House will look like under President Queen Pumi.
With dignity.
Yes. Yes.
Office with dignity.
Yes.
With dignity, people okay, you know, this woman has got so much passion, patriotism, integrity, everything about it. So, don't touch, don't
Mupando. Okay, bye. Thank you, Mubombe. We have a nice day. We are honored to have you. Hi, Amaru, my brother. The mic is yours. Vagina, Moisen.
Thank you.
Madam President.
Okay, go. Vagina, go ahead. The mic is yours. Yeah.
So I'll get back to you.
Okay, that's great news. Great news. Thank you. We are here, guys. We are here. We are excited. It's bad news that, you know, this Amon Mwemba RATSA audio leaked, but where I am laughing and I find it funny is that they brought the cyber bill to trap Zambians to listen in on our conversation. So number ine trap to listen in on Zambians' conversation. Now it is exposing them because the same traps they have planted to listen in on opposition will now are being used to trap themselves. So this is just a warning. You know, system taisala nga waitafi at hit record yara recorder tayala that yo untayishiba to UPND nanguni PF nanguni NCP nsham record yala recorder. So now this is a proof that ayama systems over aya kuta record abantu yare bomba ero yabatana capture be n'abafiletiri. So takuri fya kwa chimunera andati yo it was misunderstanding nga munia zulu mwali mukakapa mashiu mabonga is in because of words. People are being arrested because of what they say. Nangubalanda tiyo ni misunderstanding chen turondoro kumbali murekana kusogolo paka mwabengisha mwabapoka nefikpuna. So Mama Gina, the floor is yours.
Thank you. For me, I'm just saddened really to see how Zambia has become so divided. Sure, but I'm unsure. You know, it's like they've selected a certain tribe to be given jobs. What about the rest? I thought we are together. I thought HH was the president of everybody, but now we know. Now we realize what Wakambwili was saying is true. And because they knew that what Wakambwili was saying is true, that's why they shut him up, you know. So, because with this coming out, how are they going to deny it? But these people need to have shame. But the problem with UPND, now, together with their leader, Balibe Shame, that is the problem. And my other thing is, as Zambians, let us not give up. Let us use the Malawi formula. The Malawians have showed us that it is possible. As people have got power to put somebody in as a president, and we have power to remove that president. What we need to fight now is how to protect our vote. Because I know these people, it's not going to be easy for HH to let go. He knows that he has lost popularity. That's why he's busy bringing up all these laws, busy intimidating people. He knows that he's going to lose. Which person with the right mind in their head will go and vote for him? After what Zambians have gone through, you know. So it is sad. It is sad, but we shouldn't lose hope, really. Yeah, so, yeah, that's all I had tonight.
Great to see you. Thank you, Virginia. Great input there. Before I hand over, Kudiva Nemeya. How are you, Nemeya? How are you? Nemaya, how are you? So, Nemaya, how are you? We shall drop you if you don't answer. My AI panel. You have to say something when you join. Okay, so I'm dropping Vanemaya Tavaliasu Katatushi Wenganiwa AI. You can join when you're ready to say something. Okay, so I just want to play the audio Yaba Kambwidi. And then we can comment.
Morini mwanawasa mufunieni po yu wakuilamba kakoma funieni po wakunoso western ngabaisa mona hadahige igohoho mwingishe ninchito mukaya kwi elo mukalelila iyo bale ni misoka ine nali abapalama nali beshuweso baba elo nde mfilo lusebana lumango bankashandi bana lumango bale babonfyafi no mamwa alishiba mwalishiba iswemba stila pansaka limuli mu pansaka tapabulo upusene ku pansaka so balaba pusene ko tibaba bonse batu bena tabale mona mo wino kwengulula wino ukutila bamone ukwe batu moneni wane fifi ndofili bena kula konga fe kunuma ndafilembwa umuchila ukonke mbwa kunuma uko fiembwa yaya na ukonga bali muchila wambo umuntu ali ngokutontonkanya namupapata mwebena Zambia bonse shalo chonse tulaivotera mwavotera kwava ku Eastern Province valavotera kwava avotera konava kukopa belt valavotera kwava kulusaka konse bachava nensu vena vapulile mongo muno wapakati valefu afeka novena mweva konkere kuno kulubemba mwebaleba konka ichibemba chitila lunshwa chimpwena bamushikire kumone chitumbi lunshwa chimpwena bamushikire kuno chitumbi umwana ashumfwa amene nomwefu kwikoshi chifye chififyo mkonso chisesa chitontolito mfwa namweba namusoka namulanga fyonse
Okay, so that says Dr. Chimba Kambwili, who is behind bars now, I think for hate speech. It's just unfortunate what happened to Kuriba Kambwili, because he knew what he was getting it into. Banemaya, say something, otherwise we'll drop you again. Moise Maya, you say something, otherwise we drop you. Hello, Namaya.
Hello, madam.
Muleshani, Muleon. Are you okay? Okay, na balala abantu. Okay, na chita understand. Landeni kanshi. Okay, lo mwa joina. Okay. So tulela ndapaliya shiriri neri aba RATSA ya ishia tribalism, and naturally shakatep kaba Kambwili. You know, ba Kambwili kind of got caught up. He would say, I would say he was used and dumped, and this is a typical case of double dipping. Mamona, you are here, no there. And this is the problem. Our Zambian politicians, this is the problem, because if you don't affiliate with the government of the day, you know, that's why we see we had the line-up yesterday, Yaba Nevas Mumba, Niwaka Vindere Badia. Like, those are the people who are supposed to speak against Wahaka Inde, but they are clapping. When Zambians are rationing the food, Nevas Mumba Bare Totira Wahaka Inde. When Zambians are being rationed electricity, Nevas Mumba Kabindere Bare Tota. And this is the politics we are against Muzambia Yonkini Nenarikana, as Pumulos Tumbeko, and all you young people who want a change should not follow suit. Yayama politics, Ayaba Nevas Mumba, Ayaba Chimba Kambwili, they are dangerous. They can land you in jail, as we have seen. Kuriba Chimba Kambwili. We can't be switching Ama camp. Mailowa yamkutukanoyu, Mailowa yamkutukanoyu. You know? So let us all be women of integrity, men and women of integrity. Not lelo, but never smumba fidefe wale chita, because wale fokuria. I don't see why ba never smumba, a man who wrote a book, Zambia shall be saved, can go mkutotera ba echechi bomba. When he wrote a book to say Zambia shall be saved, when Zambia is the 6th poorest country in the whole world, so Banevas Mumba, deep down his heart, he knows what he's doing is wrong. But Muland Wakuria, he put Ulufumorwabo first instead of speaking for the Zambians. Zambian politicians are there in it for themselves. That's why we have comments. Someone here wrote on my Facebook, I'm like, yes, do I look like I'm starving? No, but I'm here to talk for the majority. Those who are suffering is why we are here. You are in politics to advocate for the people who are poor, so that they can be taken in poverty. Immediately they were given a contract, they were offered money, they were hoodwinked because they were doing that so that they can be noticed and they can have a piece of the Zambian cake. They can sit at the table and dine with the rulers. They can sit at the table and dine with the bourgeoisies. They can sit at the table and dine with the illicits. Have private jets in Dubai. This one is what bantu. It is clear. This one is what kafumoka. Because among the first people to collect shares in mines was this one. If this one was speaking for the youth, he would have said that we have shares in Shapoke. Bara mbona shani ama youth wotwala ilama mine. But this one is what poka shares. Adi wina this one is so tule umfamailo. Tuari umfamailo ko bale shimika tibonse abali kwata ma private jet. na mayanda ku Dubai no kwisa party vya tuntumba ati ba UPND nga balusa. It will be criminal. It will be criminal because you are all going to jail. We are going to investigate that thing we have heard that now Kwatamayanda could buy in a jet. We are going to investigate how when you are driving so you have a convoy of 20 cars. Atawa kwetene njinga iwe prior to 2021. Liswaniso didn't even have a vehicle. So in his job as a youth chairman, how can his salary is not enough to explain how he acquired all that wealth? Bonseba kengira proceeds of crime. They will do anything. Nganiba Nelly Muti kwa the case of 1999. It will be woken up. Believe me, you. But Nelly Muti will make sure she will do anything to make sure that Hakainde stays in power. Because she has sent so many people to jail. But Nelly Muti, she has single-handedly sent MPs to prison. She has single-handedly failed to protect members of Parliament as she is mandated. Where is JJ Banda today? Where is Munia Zulu? Where is Mabonga? What happened to Jinch Senga? Parliament? Where is Honorable Given Katuta? If you are a speaker for all MPs. You are not a speaker for the party that you support. And this is where Nelly Muti has lost it. And believe you me, this is where if UPND loses power, that case will be exhumed. Because she has sent many people to jail. Those people she has sent to jail would also want to send her to jail. If I have a life. So, but Nelly Muti, it's not too late. You have 7 months. You have 7 months to fix your act, because if you don't start behaving like a mother or more, tapadaba kamyumfiro luseba Nelly Muti UPND from government. Because mwalikwataka le milandu before you came to Parliament, and now mulechite milandu mu Parliament. So this is a warning. Maybe lesa kuti amipiri bulo mutima wenu mwambo kumonefyo chikaba kuntanshi. But at the trajectory rendera poba Nelly Muti, the ending tayakawami, it won't end well. So I think I'm done talking for the night. We can say our last words unless there's somebody in the audience who wants to come in. But I will continue talking. We'll be here tomorrow again. Emmanuel Mwamba Verified will be on at 20 hours. I'll come early at 19 hours to cover anything, any breaking news that is happening. I'll come and cover it before by Emmanuel Mwamba goes live. So from my live at 19 hours, then we switch over to Emmanuel Mwamba Verified at 20 hours. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Follow Queen Pumi on YouTube. Catch up on all the political history. It's there on my YouTube channel. Let them not lie to you. We have left that bottle. So this time, any news that come, we use a microscope lens and examine any news. We do our political analysis. All your voices matter. Share with. We are not here just to pass time. We are here to do political commentating, checks and balances, give information, and also as you leave these pages, share with your families what is being discussed in your own language, how you understand it. Otherwise, thank you so much. Remember, tell your people to register to vote and get their NRC and voters registration card, because that is the key to winning this election, is having a massive voter turnout. We need to do a Dundumwezi formula in the entire Zambia. That should be the formula in every constituency in Zambia, especially the swing states and the northern and eastern states. Ugukuma Zambezi states, they have already got that formula. They all get up and register. Vale mechtinta ngombe okuya vota literally. Kachinga bala mwani mwana kumana wika pokola na ikato muntu wa kurokuya mkuvota. So let us promote voter registration and abash voter apathy. We are going to lose this election only because if people have voter apathy and fail to register as voters. We need to copy the Dundumwezi formula because it works. There is no need for us to start a new formula. We already have a Dundumwezi formula which is working. The voting in the southern Zambia has never changed the voting pattern. Everyone registers to vote, everyone goes out to vote. And this is the formula that should be copied through the entire Zambia. Kui mechitinta ngombe, kuya mkulembesho kuvota. Once umwana fengakwanya is it 18 years, naponga ni 16 years. Let them register to vote and show up. But right now, we must make sure that everyone hits the whatever, if they can do it electronically, if they can do it at the districts, if there's some monkey business in the swing states and the northern eastern over registration of voters, let us know. We shall expose any government official who is doing monkey business there when registering voters. We shall expose them, and when government changes, we shall prosecute them, because that is taking a right of someone to vote. Every vote matters, so every voter must be correctly and rightly registered so they can come and vote come next year. So thank you so much. Mama Chichi, you have the last words.
Madam President, no more words. You've nailed everything. I think we can close for the night. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. See you tomorrow, 19 hours. Good night.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye.